welcome back again to another episode of Talk Football Live. I've got my regular co-host here with me, Biodun and Charles, and we've got Lobsy back with us again. We're in game week 7 of the Premier League. The big one this weekend, if you can tell by our folks up top, we've got Chelsea at home at Stamford Bridge coming up against Liverpool. There's a lot to talk about this week from these two teams. We're going to be talking about how Liverpool has been performing recently. They've lost games, right, back to back, which is a first for them. They're looking vulnerable at the moment. 2-1 defeat to Crystal Palace and a 1-0 loss in the Champions League to Galatasaray. Chelsea, on the other hand, are also struggling a little bit. A loss, a draw. They red cards in, I think, 3 consecutive games now. They managed to bounce back with that slim 1-0 win against Benfica. So that's the form coming into this game. Charles, Lobsy, I'm going to get some takes on how you guys are feeling. But first off, we're going to dive right into it. And this is one I think Bjorn particularly wants to talk about with Lobsy. What is Slot to do about Florian Wirtz? Does he keep him in for this game, or is it time to drop Wirtz? Let's go.
Is that a question for me?
It's a question for Lobsy.
Oh, Lobsy.
And I know you. I'm gonna allow you to do the rebuttal on that one, Bjorn.
So I would tell you.
Thinking about it.
I'll tell you that if you check the statistics, even though everyone keeps pointing at the fact that he needs to score, he is not a striker.
Okay. No assists either.
That's one thing we need to differentiate. He's not a striker. He plays in the midfield. Does he create chances? Yes. Does he play with possession? Yes. Does he put his mind in the game? Yes. If those things are all yeses, then why are we questioning the fact that, something must be wrong? No, nothing is wrong. He plays what he's been assigned to play. If he was in a situation where he was a striker, when initially we had a problem striker that we got rid of, even though I would still say a lot of people call him not adequate, but when we needed the chances and when we needed the most important goals, he showed up. Darwin Núñez, right? But his position still remained what? The striker. So if you don't score as many as the expectation of the job is, then it becomes a problem. Whereas if you are a midfielder and you are playing what you're supposed to play well, it's like someone saying, Van Dijk doesn't score. Hello? He's a defender. Does he concede a lot of goals? No. Only a few times. But now, when he now scores, that means it's like you are doing more than the job requires. That's the goal. So you scoring is doing more than the job requires. That's the goal. Do you have the possession of the ball? The question is yes, or the answer is yes. Does he have the possession of the ball? Yes. Does he play the right games? Yeah. You could see sometimes you could get tired, but like I said, if the job is a midfielder, does he play the position of a midfielder appropriately and according to the job description? If the answer is yes, there's nothing else you want to tell me.
The answer is not a yes.
Okay, so I'll just interject quickly. Welcome to all our new subscribers. We have a whole lot of subscribers over the past couple months. If you're new here, this is your time. Please drop a comment and let us know about Florian Wirtz. But I'm gonna take your opinion, Biodo. Tell me what you think about Wirtz, because you've talked about it a lot in cricket. Reply to Lobsy.
I'm actually shocked he's trying to defend the indefensible. Like, don't go there. Don't drop it. Like, there's no point. I mean, he's trying to paint a picture. If it's a job, blah, 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 like, resume HR kind of a thing that he always says. Hey, man, listen, we're not blind, and you know the truth. Just admit it. It's not performed to the level that it should. I'm not one of those guys that will beat a player for their price tag, but we can put that aside and let's criticize him for what he's worth. I think we're allowed to do that. Forget the price tag. Even if it was acquired for 35 million, I will still say the same thing that I'm about to say. He's not a striker. Yes, I can agree with you on that. When he came from Leverkusen, he was creating chances, he was scoring goals. That's why you bought him. Your fellow fan and friend Shakespeare, that is not on the show tonight, has talked about the reason why he was brought to Liverpool. He was brought to Liverpool to help open up when you guys play against low block teams. That is his job, to penetrate, to create chances, to set folks free, to set Ekitike free, to set Salah free, to create chances, take them on, take 2-3 players, break them. Is he doing that? You and I know he's not doing that. At this point, I think it should be dropped. I'm not the only one calling that it should be dropped. Even your main guy, Carragher, one of your legends, your representative, your ambassador, saying that it should be dropped. There are other former ex-Liverpool stars that are saying that it needs to be dropped. The reason why it needs to be dropped is because Liverpool has to go back to the way they used to play, the way they played and won the league last season. Let's try that out. With West playing 6 games, he has not created any chance, and you know that. What is the point? I think he should sit down. Even Arteta's squad, when the key players didn't perform, he rested them, he benched them, he brought other people. There is no big deal. This guy was signed for 6 years. Just like Anslot said about Isak. Isak was signed for 6 years, not 6 months. He will have his chance. I think the next game, he needs to be dropped. Let him try the way they used to play, and let's see what happens. He's trying to force the player, and he has done a lot to create space for him. Yet, no result. Nothing has happened. This guy has not created any assists. This guy has not scored. This guy is not creating chances. He's not causing penalties. He's not driving fouls. Come on.
How many goals has Saka scored this season?
He scored today, by the way. So you can check us out.
He just scored. You just said it. No. He just scored today.
No, it's not today.
So before, he just scored today.
I'm not going to help
you. Today.
No, go check. Go check the game he got injured. Go check.
What position does Saka play?
Saka is an attacker. That's the best way to
Saka would be the same as Darwin Núñez.
Saka is an attacker. Yes.
Does anyone want to know?
Saka has not done his job.
What do you mean he hasn't done his job?
Essentially, Saka is not
doing
his job.
How many games has Saka played?
Yeah, because he's a fair player.
Do you even know how many games he's played?
Essentially, he's a fair player. Even when he gets okay.
Answer the question. How many games has he played?
We're drifting away from that session. It's Chelsea versus Liverpool this weekend. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna take a pause. Simple question. Hold on to Lobsy. Hold on. Simple question at Lobsy. Should Vert start this game against Chelsea or not? Simple yes or no question.
Yes.
Okay. So let's switch gears real quick, and I'm gonna come to you, Charles. Right? You guys have your own troubles at the moment. I know a couple seasons ago when I think it was Pochettino, right? You talked about, the young squad. You said there's indiscipline, and you said the squad needed somebody who's going to be strict. And when Maresca came in, I think you said this is the guy, right? To put them into shape, to put people like Nani into shape, to knock out the nonsense from people like Jackson.
Yep.
But we've now seen in the last 3 games, Chelsea have gotten a red card consecutively. Tell me, what's going on?
What's going on is the defensive errors mounted, pressure from defensive errors for Chelsea. So compared to Pochettino's time, you mentioned Nani, you mentioned Jackson, those guys are getting ridiculous yellows, talking back to the referee, kicking the ball away. That is real ill discipline. When you get a yellow or when you get a red because you're the last man and you have to do a foul, that's different, in my opinion. If you look at the 3 red cards that have been gotten in the past 3 games, they weren't really because someone did something stupid. Yeah, when you are one-on-one, Sanchez one-on-one with the player, the coach eventually said, I'd rather you let him score and get a red card. But at that point, tackling that player is what most players will do. It's not ill discipline. It's part of the game. Chalobah's own, same thing. It was a tackle. It's not about kicking the ball away or talking back to the referee or doing something stupid. So these issues right now is not about ill discipline. It's more about the issues we're having in defense. We have a lot of injuries. The likes of Fofana, Tosin, they are not available right now. So basically, in the last 3 games, we've played different back four, or at least different center back pairing because we don't either we don't know the two we are supposed to use are not there yet. So we're like it's mixing and matching. So mixing and matching comes with the territory of you don't really know how to play with each other yet. And unfortunately, that causes pressure on the defense, which leads to cards sometimes. So yeah, I'm not so mad about the red cards right now happening. What I'm mad about is it seems, and I'm not sure, but I'm just saying it because I feel like that's what I've seen. I don't think Maresca is as prepared to play with one man down as he is to play with the full squad, 11 men. And as a top class coach, you should be prepared to play with 10, you should be prepared to play with 9. I remember, I think it was Klopp's last season, there were 2 games back to back. Liverpool got red cards and they won those 2 games.
Newcastle
and whoever, yeah. The point is, so I give Maresca, I'm still backing Maresca. I know a lot of Chelsea fans don't. And I'll tell you the 2 reasons I back Maresca, just not to make this too long-winded. I back Maresca because I think he knows what he's doing. He has an idea what he wants to do. Now, does he have the tools to do those things? Debatable. He needs time. He's only had 1 season. He's already won 2 trophies. Yeah, they are small trophies, but he's won 2 trophies. So I think he still needs time. He needs resources. We spent, and these guys are young, like we always say, so they still need to grow a little bit. But there's also this part of, I think Maresca should be given time to get his job done because there's no point firing him if you're not going to hire a world-class coach, in quotations. If you're going to fire Maresca and hire the likes of Glasner, Iraola, or whoever, I don't support it because it's just recycling. Graham Potter, Pochettino, it's just recycling, in my opinion, average coaches getting ready to get to the next level. They are not there yet. If you're going to fire Maresca, get me Zidane, get me Klopp, get me PSG's Enrique, who was supposed to get a job initially. He was in London. I think he interviewed for the job, presented his project to Chelsea, and they rejected him. Then he went to PSG, and we all the rest is history. So the point is, leave Maresca alone. Let him get the job done. He's already, by winning 2 trophies, he's already shown you he knows something. Just leave him alone. Yeah, we're going through a rough patch right now. Every team goes through rough patches because of injury, drop on form. It happens. But if you're going to fire Maresca, you better be getting me Klopp. Get me someone that has won champions, that has won the league, not someone that like Glasner or Iraola, who you're gambling with again. It's pointless. So I don't remember what your initial question was. I've gone really far wide. But the point is, the defensive errors, the red cards are not really, they're not from ill discipline. They are from
that was my question.
Which is caused by pressure on the defense because the defense is not solid right now because of injuries.
Okay, so in summary, you're saying those red cards are more because of injuries and lack of availability of players than players maybe not being as good or being
silly,
ill-disciplined. Okay, okay, got it. Biodun, are you in agreement with that? Do you have any thoughts about that?
What do you mean by the red cards are due to injuries? I didn't get that. What do you mean?
How do I summarize this? The people playing most times in the defense, and I'm talking about defensive mid, the center back, wing, the right back, left back. The people playing are not our original first team because of injuries. Because of injuries, these guys it's a makeshift defense. So, and they're meant to make mistakes. Part of the mistake is being one-on-one with an attacker, causing red cards. That's what happened to Sanchez. That's what happened to Chalobah. These guys, João Pedro's was a little different. He came in and got a yellow card immediately, which was ridiculous. I don't remember what he did to the yellow card.
Okay. Let me. Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Go ahead.
No, actually, okay, I'll turn it back to you, Ayo, because I think you have an idea of why I asked that question.
Yeah, so I remember after the Champions League, there was a question posed to Cucurella from the studio, and the question was, your coach seems to play a different back four every time. He seems to rotate, which sometimes, for example, I remember Cucurella being benched, and I think Joel Hato started at left back.
Yep.
So there have been rotations like that, maybe not necessarily due to injury. So explain to us, like, what is that? Is it the coach trying to figure out the back four, given that, yes, people like Fofana, are injured. People like, I don't remember who, Chalobah, no, not Chalobah, Tosin, are injured. Is that what it is, or is there something else?
it's half and half. Injuries play a part. Also, resting players. I mean, we have a very busy schedule, so the benching of Cucurella is more of resting him because we have Liverpool coming up. You know, the likes of Badiashile playing is more of makeshift defense because people are injured. So if Fofana is injured, Colwill is injured, Tosin is injured. Those are three main centre backs. So anybody who played, Jared Herto at some point played in centre back, then he was moved to left back. So the point is, he doesn't have a choice to bring in he doesn't have a choice right now because the main defenders are injured. So he has to do a makeshift defense for most.
Charles, it was a trap question, and you fell into it and you kept on explaining.
What's the trap?
No, exactly. Did you complain about the squad before the beginning of the season? That is the squad. That is Maresca's team. He knew it. You understand what I'm saying? He went into the season with those boys. He knew he would have to play with them. You know that no player can guarantee that he's going to play 38 games. You and I know that. It's just very few people that will make it. People will get red card, people will get yellow cards, people will get suspension, people will get injuries. We know that when a manager goes into a season, that's when they have their, I need to have my show 25, 30, whatever. In your case, you guys have 50 something. You guys are bigger than any other squad, right? And you still keep buying. If they open the transfer market tomorrow, you buy 5 people. If they open the transfer market next week, you buy 5 more people.
I'm waiting for your points.
Exactly. So my point is, those are your players. You cannot tell us that those defenders are not supposed to play. What do you mean? They are there to play. No. You say that, because of injuries, then he has to go play them. No. The people he didn't want to play were the likes of Sterling, were the likes of all these guys sent to the under 21 and under 23 to go and train. Those are the people. He did not refuse to have this ones. He bought Jared Arthur from Ajax because he wanted it. So the point, you can say something else that I will agree, which is they are not good enough. I will take that. But don't tell me that those players are playing because they have injuries. Everybody has injuries. Alisson is out. They're going to have to bring in Mama Dash or whatever they call it.
Can I answer you?
Whether it's Dash, whatever that will do food delivery, I don't know. But something Dash will have to be Liverpool's goalpost. You know what I mean?
Okay, Biodo, I think you misunderstood me. You made a statement that I said those players should not be playing or don't have to play. That's not what I said. I'm saying those players are playing because the main players are injured. Let me explain. You just give an example. Alisson is injured. Mama Dash, whatever his name is, would come in.
Mama Dash, really?
If Alisson was fit, will Mama Dash play? No. If Tosin is fit, will Badiashile play? No. If Colwill is fit, will Arthur play in centre back? No. So we're saying the same thing. I'm not saying the same thing. You're trying to defend. Hold on. I'm not insulting Arthur Badiashile. I'm saying they're not the first team players. They are playing because the first team players are injured. If Saka is injured, someone else will play. That's
Saka, whether he's playing or he's injured.
Money has played already. We won those games. See, the point comes back to
the question was not about you are shitting gears.
Charles, you're dancing around this thing.
Should we win the game or not win the game? He asked me, why is the coach changing?
No. The question was, why do we keep getting red cards? And
I
that
answered
was
that
you
question.
gave that as one of the reasons for the red cards. And I'm disagreeing with that.
Winners don't argue.
Because everything you go through it. It's not just Chelsea, Charles.
See that?
So do you have a theory on why Chelsea is getting red cards at the moment?
I agree with everything else he said, but that injury thing is not one of it. That's the point I'm trying to make. You understand what I'm saying? That is not the point. A player coming in for somebody else. Charles, you and I have seen players where they had the opportunity to come in for a first team player, right? And those players performed and they stole the shirt. An example, MLS. MLS was never part of Arteta's plan for last season. He was never. He was a third player on the left side. Calafiori had an injury. Zinchenko was performing poorly. They gave the ball a chance and he stole the shirt.
Does that always happen, Biodo?
No, it doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. That you are now saying the same, but you are trying to hide behind that reason as for your red card. No, your guys are collecting red card because they are not good enough and they are stupid. Let's leave it there.
Let's go back to Liverpool real quick.
Let me just say one thing real quick.
Final point, Charles.
I think Bjorn gets what I'm saying, but he's trying to add something else. I'm I'm not defending their red cards. I'm not saying they should be getting red cards. I'm saying I understand it happens. If you get a red card for talking back to the referee or kicking the ball away, I disagree with you. I'm dissing you.
Okay.
If you get a red card because you're the last man and you did a tackle, I understand it happens. But I believe if the real starters were there, they may know better. They may be more experienced. Just like Saka will know better to do some things Nani may not do. Martinelli may know better to do some things Trossard may not do. I'm saying the backup guys are not as good as the starters, which is the case in every team. The backup guys are never, most times, as good as starters in every team. Once in a while, Miles Kelly happens, but it doesn't always happen like that. So that's the point I'm trying to make. I don't understand what Biodu is saying. You always want Saka to start. If Saka doesn't start, it's a problem. That's what I'm saying. If Tosin doesn't start, it's a problem. That's what I'm saying.
I'll ask one yes or no question like I did for Lobsy. Do Chelsea get a red card in this game? Yes or no?
You're asking me a future issue?
Yes. It was the same thing. I asked Lobsy whether West should start, yes or no.
His own question was easier. Will they get a red card against Liverpool? Hopefully not. So that's a no.
No. Charles, I don't answer
this
question.
I answered. I said hopefully not. So
that was a true question. All right, going back to Lobsy.
But unlike you, Biodu, I still answered.
Liverpool's form. Carragher brought this up in the Champions League game in the studio, right, with CBS. He mentioned it to Slot after you guys' first game. I believe it was against Bournemouth. He said there's no control. Top teams don't play like this. This back to front game. He said it's like basketball, and it's not the way top teams play. Is there something there where, because I remember you mentioned this last season, Lobsy, when you were here at the beginning of the season. You mentioned about Slot going to more control. You said you went away from Klopp's, high pressing, all out pressure, and the team were now in more control and conserving energy. Is this a thing where he's maybe lost the plot a little bit with the new transfers? Or is there something else deeper that we need to understand with Liverpool at the moment?
The difference now is there are new players in the team. And I would tell you, I think we have an average of 5 new starters now, right? With 5 new starters in a team, the regular players that have been playing with each other, do you see the way they play? Small.
I don't see 5 though. I see 2, maybe 3.
There are 4.
There's Wirtz, a striker,
either
Isak or hold on, Wirtz, either Isak or Ekitike. That's 2, and maybe Frimpong. Okay, Kirkers. Okay. 4.
So you see, sometimes it could go 5.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
He went 5 yesterday when they played the Champions League. So always think about it. Half of the team, that's essentially half of this team is playing with each other for the first time. Is compared to most players have been playing with each other for a while. They just need to learn a new system. So first thing, players have to learn themselves first. Then the next team, they have to learn the coach. Because the coach has his standard, okay, this is what we are going to play. Then the other player is like, oh, if Salah passes the ball to me, it means that he wants you to pass the ball to him in front. Or, oh, if he does this now, this is what it means next. The existing players have been playing with each other, they gel easily. The players joining the team are still trying to find their rhythm. You can see that it's not like those players have joined the team. It's not like they're not good. But sometimes when they make some passes, you're like, oh, I think this person was expecting that, oh, the old player is used to playing with will move here when he passes this way. You get? When Soboslai and Salah plays, they know each other. They understand their rhythm. When Salah and Frimpong plays, sometimes Frimpong thinks he's still at Leverkusen, right? And sometimes he
Right.
would make some advances, and I'm like, wait, buddy, did you mean to do that, or were you waiting for the player to do it? You get so you can tell that it's not like these players don't know how to play. They do know how to play, but they still need to learn. Okay, the movement of this player means this. If this player passes to you, yeah, it means this. It's not like yesterday, although people keep claiming that Florian Wirtz didn't give a lot of chances. He did pass a lot of chances, just that the players he passed to were not capable enough to what? Convert it to a goal. You can watch the game. You can watch the highlight yesterday. Just look for his own particular highlight yesterday. Most of the players he passed the ball to were not just able to convert it into a goal. Unlike the black boy from Arsenal. He's been playing with the team forever.
Oh, Lord.
You tell me how many goals he's converted. The team has not changed that much. They've been playing with each other for a long time, but still, yeah, sometimes it feels like they don't get themselves. You know,
Beardo, I know you have an easy reply to that.
This is a brand new, amazing team. No matter how much they try to say, "Oh, Slot doesn't get it. Slot doesn't get it." Remember, I keep saying it. He won it in his first season with ease. Some have still been working on the project. I don't know when they are going to submit the final readiness for their team. We don't know which is this project forever or what.
It's not. It's the due date is not yet.
Showing lots of jobs.
It's not a project. It's not a white. It seems like
you can't.
The way it feels like it's a white. What we call a white elephant project.
So I need to know.
You know,
everything
it's a white elephant project, you know, and they try as much as possible to convince the rest of the Premier League, like, oh, we are good.
Made inaccurate statements, so let's break it down.
Ayo, it's nice to be on this side.
Let's make sure that the viewers get the right information. Number one, because we focus on the top teams, we don't talk about the other teams. Almost all the teams.
Better focus on Lobsy. Leave me.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's get it.
Hold on, Lobsy.
Who is at the top?
EPL. Listen, almost all the teams in EPL have new faces, rotation. Yep. Take, for example, Sunderland. Sunderland bought almost 20 players. They are in top 5. That is not an excuse for you to tell me that your team, you have only 4 or 5 regular. That is not true.
Hey, wait, hold on. Yes.
No, you landed your point.
Wait, let him speak.
Let me land.
Hold on.
Go check Sunderland. Even their captain is new. That's a former Arsenal player. Go check Sunderland how. Go check Bournemouth. They sold players. Most of those guys are playing together for the first time. I'm not even talking about the top 6 right now. Go check almost all the teams. They are playing for the first time. Now, let's talk about Arsenal. And I will start with the example of today. The Champions League Arsenal played today against Olympiacos. The last time we played was in 2021. We lost that game 0-1. The only person that was in that squad in 2021 when Arsenal played Olympiacos was Gabriel Magalhaes. Everybody else has left, has moved on. That's a big change. The team that beat Newcastle, look at it. The team that beat Newcastle, just few regulars. And that's Saliba that came in the second half. Mosquera started the game with Gabriel.
God, this guy.
No, listen. No, because you started.
This is not our first season. I'm not saying this is not our first season playing with your team.
Alafiori was not a regular last season.
Was he in the question? You are deflecting.
But this was Mosquera's. Hold on, Lobsy. This is Mosquera's first season. Beardo is making a point. This is Mosquera's first season.
Which other player? Which other player?
And listen.
Are you going to listen? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
The only regular in that team, Saka.
I'm not saying regular. I said first season. There's a difference.
Yeah.
First season or regular?
Hold on.
Are you going to listen on it? Are you going to listen on it?
Listen.
Okay. Saka, right?
First season?
Yes. Gabriel?
First season.
No. The old ones. I'm going to tell you the ones that are not first season. Okay. Listen. Just listen, man.
Just tell me who is.
Chill out, man. Chill out.
Okay.
Let's talk about the ones that are not first season. Then you do the maths if you're good enough, right? So you have Saka, you have Gabriel, right? You have Raya, right? You have
Timber.
Rino. And you have Timber, right? Everybody else, first season. Subimendi, Gyökeres, Eze,
Mascara.
No,
Mascara, right? I need one more person who played who started.
Nani.
Okay, Trossard. Then I gave you Trossard, right? So that's kind of 6-5. So what are you talking about? Over to you, Ayo.
All right, so let's go back. I like the way Arsenal keeps
That's a
catching
lie.
stray bullets.
bruh.
So
No, you can't
let's
just
get
give
back
me
to.
false
I,
information. Like that's not
I
true.
just want to look at, I want to get predictions from you guys, Charles and Lobsy specifically. Like we've talked about specific things about the teams. Now let's talk about what we expect to see on Saturday in terms of predictions, right? How you think the teams might be set up, how you think Chelsea might win from you, Charles, and Lobsy, same thing. What Liverpool is going to set up to do and how they're going to win. And then, as we always do, we'll look at predictions for the rest of the fixtures in match week 7. So I'll start with you, Charles. What do we expect from Chelsea this weekend? How do they set up? How do they win this game at home at Stamford Bridge?
Yeah, I don't expect too many changes. I mean, Axel started in I think we started in Champions League game, so Kuhera came in eventually. I know it's going to be Reece James didn't start the Champions League game, so Reece and Kuhera on the wings, for defense. The centre back pairing is very unpredictable. I'm not sure who's going to play. Honestly, that really is the issue right there for Chelsea.
Badiashile.
I'm sorry.
I think Badiashile has to play. You don't have centre back.
I really hope he does.
Badiashile.
That's the worst defender in Chelsea.
No, but you understand what I'm saying. Chaluba is red carded. So what are you gonna do? It's
Where
going to
has
have to be Fofana, right?
I don't
Fofana
know.
is injured.
So
I can't.
Fofana
He
injured?
may bring in Ato to play with Chaluba. He may bring in Ato to play with Badiashile, like you said. Yeah, we may not have a choice. But anyways, moving on is going to be the normal Caicedo, Enzo mix. Palmer is not back yet. So who plays in the 10th position is going to be very interesting. I personally want Bonanote to play. Now, he's not that much of a big name player. He showed up in Champions League and he played in the game against Lincoln. I think the guy has it down what needs to be done in that number 10 role. I know Estaval may play there. João Pedro can play there also, but we need him up front, so he's not going to play. So I hope Bonanote plays in the 10 role. On the wings, it's going to be Neto and it probably be Estaval Neto. I don't want Gittins because I think that guy still needs a lot of time to settle in. I don't mind Garnacho Neto. Neto is better on the right, so I would like him to play on the right. But if he doesn't play on the right, he'll probably play on the left for Estaval to play on the right. And of course, João Pedro up front. I mean, I'm looking forward to the centre back pairing. That's really is the issue right there. But realistically, I think it's in Stamford Bridge. Liverpool, we are not in the best form. Liverpool too have not been on the best form recently in the last 2 games. So I expect the game to be very, very interesting. I'm prepared for the worst. I would say it. But I think we can get a draw out of this game because, like I said, Liverpool is not in their best form right now.
Draw will be fine.
I know for Arsenal, a draw will be fine.
So you don't expect to win then, is what you're saying?
No.
He's not confidence. Look at
I'm
his
prepared
face.
for the worst, but I still hope for the best. So yeah, if a win happens, I won't be surprised. No result to surprise what I'm trying to say. But I think it could be a draw, and I hope we don't get a red card. Just for that morale boosting, it's time to end that wala of red card back to
Get a
back.
red card. All right, Lobsy, how do you set up? How do you win in London?
I set up to win, just the winning team. Top 11, first top 11, set up the team properly, win the game. It's as simple as that. I keep always saying, no matter who you have on your team, as far as they are available to play, irrespective of how others see them, it should be good to go. You take out Van Dijk, put another player, it should be ready to go. Should perform the role as good as he would have played. Yeah, there's other players in I keep
you don't have a center back
that. No, you keep forgetting that.
Joe Gomez. You expect Joe Gomez to perform at the same level as Van Dijk?
Endo plays centre back.
Endo
plays centre back.
Anyway, you guys have your full team. I think that's what's going on for
except
Liverpool.
your goalkeeper and Ekitike.
Yeah. So Ekitike picked up an injury. I don't think it's confirmed if he'll be able to play.
Play.
It's a hamstring injury, so I'm going to say it's unlikely.
Yeah.
Uh,
You have your
so
full
it's
squad,
actually
not you don't even have to give us a lineup.
all right. So
Like I
predictions.
said,
Let's
like I
yeah. You
said,
set up to win.
set up to win, irrespective of the players available. Set up the team to win.
Okay. Okay.
It's only excuses she would give that, okay, oh, this guy was injured. I know people who always take second all the time and they claim, oh, the reason why we didn't win it, oh, this person was injured like 20 games out of 25 games of the season. Now it is still the same team.
Ayo,
Still the
give me
same
10 seconds.
players.
Ayo, give me 10
No,
seconds.
it's okay. You know when
Always
teams have an
remember,
experienced
always
injuries,
remember,
it's okay to look down
every
on.
team goes through this. Remember
Yeah.
what happened when Allison got injured towards the end of the season? We didn't cry the next season. No, we just picked ourselves up and continue with life. And we don't claim that, oh, this is another project. Let's spend 25 billion naira or $25 billion so that we perform another project the next season. No,
Ayo,
it is your
Ayo,
team.
who was
It is a
crying? Who
team.
was crying yesterday? Who was crying yesterday that Salah did not start? Was it not a Liverpool fan that was crying yesterday? And
It's
so
okay.
many
It's
other
Not
okay.
people.
He's
me.
not. He's not yet
Not me.
injured. He's not yet
No,
Not
no,
injured.
no,
me.
no. They
Remember,
were the
not
one
me.
crying yesterday.
Remember, not me.
Now, why
Not
would
me.
you bench Salah? This guy is saying, "Oh, anybody can play." Your coach played free pump in the position that Salah should be playing, and you are here talking and telling us that anybody can play. Why didn't you win yesterday's game? I don't need you
Anybody,
to answer. No, I don't need you to answer.
anybody,
We know the result. Let's go.
anybody. Oh,
All right.
then why didn't you win the game against us? Because you're not good.
We're going to
It's
Let's
as simple as
let's
that.
let's go ahead and switch to
It's as simple
predictions
as that.
now.
I told you that once Liverpool beat Arsenal, it was confirmed that yeah, you guys are small.
Wow.
We can
Love
When
this
Crystal
decide to
Palace and
lose.
when Crystal
We
Palace
can decide
beats,
to
when
lose
Crystal, hold
other
on.
games.
Same logic. When Crystal
Crystal
Palace
Palace, Crystal Palace beating. Let's be frank. Crystal Palace beating Liverpool is like no, Nottingham Forest beating us last season. Yeah, it means nothing.
it means no.
Mm.
Okay, all right,
It
let's go.
literally
Okay.
means nothing. It only helps the people who want to be second and will always be second.
Okay.
Not
All
it
right.
means nothing to the league.
All right,
Okay,
Charles. I'm
Crystal
gonna start off
Palace
with
beat
you.
Liverpool. Look at how sweet that sounds. Crystal Palace beat us, and we didn't even nobody even overtook us. How lucky can that be? How amazing can a team be
can
so
we move
good
to
that
predictions?
in defeat they are still winners?
All right, Charles. I'm gonna start with you. Bournemouth against Fulham. What's
Oh,
your
you
thought
didn't
on
take
this
my
game?
score prediction?
This is a good
We're
one.
coming back to
What
we're
else?
coming back.
We
I
already
didn't
know what
get
to
Charles to
see.
do that, so
But
we're
we need
coming
to
back to Chelsea Liverpool.
all right.
Charles.
Fulham, Bournemouth. This looks like a draw written all over it.
Hmm. A draw?
Yeah.
Okay. Lobsy? Leeds Tottenham?
Bournemouth wins.
No, now.
No, Leeds
Oh, you
Tottenham.
think the same one? Okay, Tottenham against Leeds.
Yeah.
That early in the morning, it'd probably be like afternoon over there. I really don't trust Tottenham the way they are playing because some day they wake up, some other day they are like sleeping because they forgot to drink coffee in the morning. So that might be a draw.
Okay.
This
Wow.
United will be different this season. So, and the way Tottenham switch on and off, you can't tell where their minds are now.
Okay.
Ayo, you sure you don't want to
Yeah.
give us West Ham to Lobsy?
No, I'm gonna give it to Biono because last week you got Chelsea's game. This week, Biono, you get Arsenal's game.
That's an Arsenal game. Oh, you will say they win. What else?
Biono.
And we pray they don't draw. What else?
Like I said, well, we're doing well. We're doing better. We're not
We
playing.
tried against Newcastle.
Lobsy.
Are you done? All right.
I'm about to mute you.
Yeah, I think the boys shouldn't underrate. This is a manager bounce for
New manager, yeah.
West Ham. Hopefully, it doesn't
Nuno
affect us. So this is Nuno. Nuno escaped the game against Nottingham Forest, right? We're supposed to play against him. He escaped that. So nice comment with West Ham. Don't forget that West Ham beat us at home last season. I want a revenge.
Even though Liverpool trashed them.
I want a revenge. I want an humiliation. I want them to suffer. to suffer like really, really good. It should be a win.
Okay. Charles, Manchester United
Oh my
against
God.
Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Manchester United.
Our favorite DJ of Charlotte said he doesn't fear home games. Do you believe this is a win for Man U at home?
Oh man, it's Sunderland. That's one of the strongest.
Yeah, that's why it's taking me. It's taking me.
Man United is not winning this game.
Yeah, I think this game will be a draw. Even though I'm giving DJ of Charlotte a shout out. They probably will not lose this game because they're in Old Trafford. Yeah, but I mean anything can happen. It's Manchester United, but I'll call it a draw. I'm playing it safe.
Okay. All right. I'll take predictions from everybody. Charles, Chelsea Liverpool, give me a score.
1-1.
Lobsy?
3-1.
Yeah, that's 3 for Chelsea.
3-1 or 1-3?
No, you already said 3-1.
I don't care. We win the game. It's easy.
Liverpool win 3-1. Okay. Biodu?
2-2.
That's what I would have said, but okay. All right. Back to you, Lobsy. Aston Villa against Burnley.
Aston Villa takes this because they are showing progress. You could see the way they played Fulham the last game. Everything changed when it turned to the second half, and it seems like the players are actually now clicking well now. They are playing together. Their first couple of games in the season felt like we don't know where their heads were, but now they're playing. They're starting to pick up. Sometimes teams could pick up and still have some problem, but you could tell that it's been like it's a bit stable. It felt like they were losing, then they ended up winning the game. So
Okay. Another tough result for Scott Parker. Biodu, Everton Crystal Palace.
It's gonna be a tough one. I think it's a
Tough
draw.
games. A draw. Okay. Okay.
I thought Crystal Palace won Liverpool. They should have won that game easy because now they're the top team.
All right, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest. I think Newcastle takes this. Newcastle, they did.
Are you sure? Against Angie Ball?
See,
Easy.
you know I'm not.
Andy was gonna get fired by December.
Angie Ball has adjusted a little bit, just a little bit. I think he's now realizing that defense is important. But
He's yet to win again.
yeah, I know, and he still hasn't realized it as much as he should. So because I think I always try to talk about coaches who prioritize their style of play above winning. The likes of Amorim, the likes of Pochettino, which was the issue he had when he was at Chelsea, the likes of Angie, for instance. There are coaches who just go out and all they want to do is win. They start with their style, but when it's not working, they switch up. Any coach who sticks to their style when it's not working, in my opinion, with all due respect, is an idiot. And that's the issue I had with Amorim last season going to this season. Your style is not working when you keep pushing at it, when you can switch up and get a result. That's why I don't respect Angie Ball. So yeah, Newcastle wins this, Angie Ball or not.
Okay. Lobsy, Wolves, Brighton.
Brighton
Why is that funny?
takes the win.
Wow.
You know what's funny about Wolves?
Wolves will be really good. Yeah. Go ahead, Biodu.
I don't know if you guys have paid attention. The last 3-4 games they've played, they've actually had a lot of possession, and they ended up winning this game. Like they play, they hold, they play good football. They just struggling.
They just don't win.
Yeah.
That's sign of a relegated team.
I mean, I already told you guys that Wolves and West Ham have already relegated.
Well, West Ham is still on your list.
From day one, I told you West Ham and
No, I'm
Wolves
saying
are
they're
in-
still on your list within
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Brentford, Manchester City. Biodu, your boss.
Oh man, my boss is winning this one. Brentford is great, and I told you guys last week. If you guys went back and checked the recording, I said Brentford is good at home, and that was when we were taking prediction for Brentford, Man United, and I told you the worst that would happen is a draw. That there is no way Man United would beat them. But this is City. and City is doing better. Brentford will try their best, but they can't win this game. Man City is going to win this game.
So if you have Alan in your fantasy football, captain him.
Essentially.
Definitely.
All right.
He's fine. He's in the best form of his life right now.
Yep.
17 or is it 18 goals? 17 goals in his last 10 games for club and country. Ridiculous from again this season. All right. Thank you guys if you've stayed with us to the end. And if you still haven't yet clicked that like or subscribe button, please do that now. As always, Lobsy and my co-host Charles Biodon, always a great time with you guys.
Always
Thank
pleasure.
you. Until next time.
And always remember, subscribe for the best and fiercest argument from
Talk Football Live.
Top
No,
Football.
from Lobsy.